Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. Look, super excited. We're going to have a look at some app design today. So we're not actually doing the coding and actually the building of the apps, but one of the big things is when you've got an app idea is to visualize and actually represent it of how it's going to look. So we're going to use an app today called iMockups, a fantastic design tool. Getting kids to think about web design, iOS design, any of these things. And I'll just show you how easy it is. So I'm just going to click on it. You can see there I've got blank. On the right-hand side, I've got all, or I could just look at kind of iPad or iPhone. Let's say today we're looking at iPhone. So I'm just going to hit the iPhone. You can see there it brings in a beautiful little template of the iPhone and make it a little bit bigger. And what we can actually start to do is have a think about some app ideas and how we might represent those ideas basically. And it's got some really, really nice features. So I might click, I might have a little on off down the bottom here. My app might be looking at some kind of a mapping type geolocation or some sort of GPS app. We can do some different things in regard to, I might delete that one and bring in a little picker here so we can actually do some columns like that. We could delete that. We might have, for example, the actual keyboard that actually jumps up down the bottom and that kind of goes over the top of our map. So we can do a whole range of different things, getting kids to think about design, thinking about user interface and how that might interact from page to page. You can see there that I could actually clone or copy that. I could bring that over here and actually start to play around with different things on different pages and so forth. I might delete that for the moment. I could lock it and do some different things there. We can bring in some other tools as well. So down the bottom here, we've got some little notes and so forth that we can actually start. So I might have a little sticky note here and double tap and actually write some text and talk about the UI there and what it entails and so forth. And you can see there that we can kind of click and drag. We might have a little arrow that points to this bit here, getting kids to actually explain what their app idea actually is. And you can play around with a range of different things. So there's a whole lot of editing tools. We can reset. There's some tutorials. We can actually export the page and the project as a PDF or go straight to our camera roll and do some more with it. We could bring that into Explain Everything or Book Creator and start to actually get them to actually explain what these things are about. So look, it's a really fantastic little mock-up design application that gets kids starting to think about what are our possibilities in regard to actually creating. So we've got text lines, we've got little radio links, we could bring in some charts and do some chart, could be a little kind of data analysis type app that we're getting the kids to create. We can bring in our own icons and do some different things with that, which is pretty cool as well. So there's a range of different things that we can actually do. We can link to page, we can move it back. We've got some layering options. We can look at some different icons that we could actually be using there, a whole range of different things that can actually get kids actually helping them to actually do their design and so forth. So look, this is just a great app to get kids thinking about design, thinking about applications, thinking about, okay, it's one thing to code and create an application, but also looking at the user interface, looking at great design, what's really good industry standards in regard to these different things as well. But it's also a lot of fun, and getting kids to actually design their own iPhone or iOS, Android app, whatever it might be, is a fantastic way of getting kids to think about problems in the world and solutions and what are some ideas behind the actual coding that you don't have to worry about coding yet. We need the idea and how it's actually going to work first, and then think about how we might be able to build it. So fantastic app called iMockups. It's really worth having a look at, whether you're a teacher that has their own app idea and you want to try and kind of freelance that out. One of the first things they're going to ask is actually, what does it look like? Show me the mockups. Show me the scope of what each page is going to look like. And so this is a really good app to actually get you thinking about these different things. But more importantly, getting our kids to think about these things as well. Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly, signing off.